It can travel more than 50 miles an hour on the water, weighs 3,900 tons, and carries some of the bravest Americans on Earth. We're talking about the USS Detroit. Chopper 7 over the Detroit River as the destroyer made its way to the Rensen this morning. Action News reporter Kimberly Craig was there when the Navy warship docked downtown. That was exciting, Kim.
And Stephen, what a cool sight to see here on the Detroit River. And when you look at the ship, you can only imagine the places it will go in service of our country. And for one woman, coming to see the USS Detroit docked was more than special. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. It was an incredible sight. The USS Detroit, the Navy's newest ship, heading down the Detroit River to the city it's named after, a destination to commission the ship into service. Robin Harkless is waiting to catch just a glimpse of her son Matthew.
My husband and I were very excited when he said that he was going to volunteer to be on the ship, and so we were excited. Very excited, very proud of it.
Today was a proud day for so many people. Over 100 daughters of the American Revolution came to the riverfront to welcome the ship and its crew.
The beauty of seeing this shows the country, the high-tech Navy that's coming along versus the old days when I was in, where you could see all the guns and you could see everything. This is kind of like a stealth ship versus a stealth aircraft, because when you look at it, you don't see much. But it's very fast, do over 40 knots in the water.
And even though Robin won't get to see her son today because he's on duty, just being here meant so much.
I was telling one of the ladies that I had forgotten the feeling from seeing my husband come in on subs, and now seeing my son come on surface by himself. Very proud, and my heart goes out because it's been a long time since I've been able to sit and talk to him. So sometime this week, I asked him for 10 minutes.
And you can tour the Navy's newest ship here, the USS Detroit, in Detroit here next week, Wednesday. We'll have all of the details on WXYZ.com. Reporting live in downtown Detroit, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News. Back to you.
Wow, and that singer was beautiful, wasn't she?
Oh, she was awesome.
Oh, and especially that big old hall they're singing in down below. That's great. Thanks, Kim.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not.
The USS Detroit opened its doors to the public today to men and women who have served our country.
Let's take a live look now. The ship, of course, has been docked along the Detroit River downtown. And Guy Gordon is there live and experienced the ship through their eyes. Guy?
Well, yeah, and who better? Because look at their perspective. We're talking people who have been in all branches of service and also as far back as the World War II folks up to present day and this decade. They all have vivid memories of their shipboard experience, but none have seen a ship quite like the new Detroit. They don't charge up the gangway like they used to, but being back aboard ship put a spring in their step.
It's no comparison.
Bill Rand served aboard a destroyer about the same size as the Detroit, with a crew of 350. The Detroit carries a core complement of 58.
You had a lot of sailors chipping and painting decks. They don't do that here.
Not with
it's aluminum, yeah, right.
Here's a great example. An engineering watch team would normally be 15 sailors. It takes just one to run the entire ship from here. This Freedom-class littoral fighter can perform 3 different missions: anti-submarine, surface warfare, or anti-mine. It's a mix of old and new tech, digital control on the bridge, but an old crank phone just in case. This RAM missile battery can intercept up to 20 incoming missiles. The old-school 57-millimeter gun,
You have to just sit there and wait, and finally goes boom!
can launch a shell 10 miles.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
25 years ago, he served in the engine room of the last USS Detroit. No propellers here, though. This is a giant jet ski, top speed 40 knots.
The ship I was on was 25 knots downhill, so it was 40 knots. We never saw that.
In the galley, you serve yourself and bust your own dishes, but with a nice Detroit touch while they're here. And they have a case all ready to hold keepsakes, like this Red Wings towel from their namesake city. And the skipper got another edition, courtesy of a generous vet. Yeah, the old Detroit was decommissioned back in '92, so that's a vintage hat that's now on the display case. The motto for this ship is swift, vigilant. They could add agile to that because they can swap out their mission packages in less than a week, meaning they can hunt subs one week, pirates the next. Just one of the many features that left these vets very impressed. We're live from the riverfront. I'm Guy Gordon, Local 4. Devin, back to you.
Amazing, and for all the space to them compared to that was wild. You telling us how many were on the ship back when he was there. But Guy, any word yet on where the home port is going to eventually be?
Yeah, it's going to be, they thought San Diego. Now it looks like it's going to be down in Mayport, Florida. And it's, in terms of deployment, they really don't know yet. That kind of depends on world events.
Yeah.
But as you can see, they're ready for anything. By the way, this opens up to the public, general public, tomorrow around 9 o'clock. But come early because it's small tours and it's first come, first serve.
Going to be a lot of people want to get a look at it, no doubt about it. That's really cool. All right, Guy.
Let me tell y'all where the money